Hello, my name is Creostix, and welcome back to Vampyr. And I'm going to pronounce it Vampyr, and no one can convince me otherwise, because that's how they write it. They write it weird, because pretentiousness is very important in vampirism. Yes. Okay, so I did a quick check of like what is our, because I just needed to. I've been sleeping in between here, so do 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 do. The cherished souvenir is like the next side quest. Weird is the new cool. Yeah, exactly. And again, if you feel like saying anything about the stuff and stuff, feel free to. It's I just basically just said so you don't so no one watching is weirded out by doing an intro. It's that like it's all free for all talking about this stuff and stuff. Cool. Do 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 do. Okay, so is there no waypoint for the? Okay. There's no waypoint, but okay. Here's me thinking. My detective brain thinking. So the side quest seems to be linked of a game. There. It seems to be linked to Christina and Clayton. So it's just go find them and talk to them, and I would venture a guess that they will say something about it. Does the handkerchief say anything of any particular interest? Wool scarf, a beautiful and warm woolen scarf with its original Romanian pattern. I would venture a guess that the reporter whose name now escapes me. I would venture a guess that Clayton is not from Romania. I mean, it's not like in 1918 that would be pretty rare in his circumstance. And I think Christina literally mentioned that she is. I think so. So yeah. Super detective. Yes, exactly. I am the great brain of our time who just like ties itself into knots and realizes, wait, 1 + 1 equals 3. No, wait. Yes. There is a way down here. Oh, I could jump down, yes, but I feel like there should be a... Oh, fine. Yay! Apparently, there's no fall damage. That's what I'm gathering from this. Okay, basically just go forward. It should be around here. And I'm wondering if any of the hunters have been respawned, because I mean I quit the game in between and slept in between, but I haven't like done anything else. So logic would dictate that they shouldn't. And again, those glowy flower pots are just the clue to the thing with the nurse and the clinic and the so on that we have already done. So it's all good. Okay, my name memory is so bad. Not Cassandra, Katerina, something like that.
You look so pale, my lord. Would you like me to revive you?
I'm not a lord, and I'm considering that I'm a vampire. I am not.
I'm cheap and I'm clean, I promise.
Let's just have this conversation.
Change your
Christina,
mind,
right?
Mr. Reed?
Could this be your scarf? Like it. Traditional Romanian pattern. Like, unless it was about to be a gift to you from the reporter, then... Quick, nothing to see... No. And... Yeah, recovering, good.
Could this be the scarf you lost, Miss Popper?
It is much more than a scarf to me. It is the only thing that connects me to my family and my country. Thank you so much.
Also, your memories and your heritage and your DNA and Hint failed Clayton Darby. I don't know. I took a wild guess. I would imagine that
Goodbye, miss.
that the Clayton would also
Take care of
have
yourself
liked
as
this.
best you can.
I would imagine that Clayton would also have liked the scarf, but I somehow feel that's more appropriate. I feel like I have now missed sort of the story behind the scarf from, okay, Clayton. Clayton, where are you? Clayton. Clayton is a little tricky because he is a little more free roam than the other NPCs are. He can be hard to
Pay me glass and I'll be gentle. Pay me a ball.
Oh,
Good evening, Doctor. Can I help you?
I'm kind of miffed that I couldn't ask about these scarves and stuff before
Goodbye, Mr.
giving
Dark.
it. Maybe I could have if I could have talked to him first, but how could I have known, right? Right, you know, so... Again, I feel like I guessed as best as I could here. Talk to whoever seems more appropriate first that could probably be the owner of the scarf. And she confirmed that she should be at least, so... I don't know. The hint failed part feels bad, man, but I don't know how else I could have done that. Tell me about the scarves. Oh, that's right. Me and the... Did you happen to see the picture of the non-skull scarf I have? I have it on Instagram too, if you're curious. But yeah, it's I have now one that's not a well. There's a skull hidden in a non-visible spot, but not in the face part. So I have one scarf that fits. That's still I feel stylish, but fits better into the like if you need to do like a professional or an official. Have to check later. Cool. It should be somewhere in like Sword Mouse's Discord, at least in the pictures thing. I think I put it also in. I don't know if you're in like Bear's Discord or Mez's, but I think it's Mezarthes. But I think I put it on those as well. But yeah. Anyway. It's like a different kind of a scarf where the skull is hidden. Like there is a big skull like in the neck area, but it's crumpled to be hidden, right? So it's I find the design odd at first because like the skull is you can't see the skull because it's crumpled in the neck. Like how would that? But it's the upper part is still surprisingly stylish, I find, and it's good to have one face scarf. I find that doesn't look so like I am a skull outrageous, you know. For like official and professional like you know see things like say bureaucracy or doctors visits or something, so they take you more seriously, you know. Okay, I'm looking for the dude with the migraine. I think it's just a hard left here and go. Yeah. He should eventually be around here. Because now I can fix the migraine. Or at least, like, give something for it. I'm still annoyed that this district is gonna go really bad. Because I chose the blind choice of like, oh, I didn't want that, oopsie daisy, but I'm so bad at checking my Discord, but I shall take a look now. I mean, I could just link my Instagram as well. That's if it's easier, but yeah, I think this is the right way because this should be there eventually.
Human blood. Whoever left these marks did so deliberately.
Dude, you've been through this place 3 times to say that every time I solved it the first time. It was a trap by the hunters and I killed them. End of story. And I find it strange that he says human blood and then it ends into ends in a corpse of a rat, which I find very strange. Oh, that is nice. I just had to multi-window it since I'm a... Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't realize. Yes, multi window phoning is a very special talent that I'd love to learn myself. Okay, hold on. Oof. I feel like I should have already run into him, but maybe a little further. Because they shouldn't be all that hidden, I'm pretty sure. Like I felt... I must have passed them though, because this area I don't think... This is just like corridor and go. And this is the bridge to... Yeah. I'm not giving up, I'm finding him. To the right was the hunter area, that's not the thing. Which, I mean, it should be clean now because I killed them, but still, it's... That shouldn't be the thing. Usually I'm on PC, but I'm lazy mode. I see. In my case, I'm just like too bad at being on a phone. So if I can, I just drag myself to PC, and this is my spot to be in. Like I'm genuinely annoyed that you can't just like put stuff on Instagram on the PC. That you have to like fiddle with the phone to get it there. I find it super annoying. Where were the peoples? I'm looking for like the kid who was the Maybe it was down. I'm looking for the kid who was like just got accepted into the wet boot boys or something. I think this is the way. Yeah, here looks. Yeah. About this. Yeah. Yeah. And next to the kid was him.
Good evening, Benjamin. Can I help you?
I'm afraid not, Mr. Reed.
I mean, but you have a medical condition. Migraine. Can I check anything? Yeah, no.
You don't seem well, Benjamin. Do you need any help?
I always feel ill, sir. It's like I'm never right.
Like, I don't anyway like to, like, edit my photos on the phone, so like, if I do some slight editing, I do it on the PC, so I would like to just be able to put it out on PC, but no, I have to put it then all the way back to the phone, and then from the phone into the... And yeah, sure, I'm sure I could, if I was... I'm sure I could make my PC behave like an Android device, but I don't want to. I'm... nah.
I can try to help your body heal, sir. But you must stop destroying it.
The war destroyed me, Doctor.
I see. But you are still recovering. That's
Gun, alcohol, and a bad temper make a terrible cocktail, sir.
so much work, yeah.
Bye for now.
The wet boots will be proud of me.
Very true. And then the other one would be around here, so let's go. And when I heal him, I think I'm finally ready to finish the day. I think he should be the only sick person I can reach at this point in the game left. And I've done all the side quests I can, I hope. And I realize like healing one person seems odd, especially because I am not going to eat the people if I can avoid it. But the thing is, I already know that this Whitechapel district is going to suffer greatly for the fact that because of my blind choice, I didn't know what I was choosing, it will now lose the underground clinic that they had to deal with the sick. That's going to be terrible. So just, hi, here's a thing for the migraine and here's a thing for the fatigue. So I can at least heal a couple of NPCs from their ailments and hope it makes an ever so slight difference into the tiny thing. No, yeah, so basically what happened was I'll get a quick recap here. This lady here, Dorothy Crane, the nurse from the hospital, had been sneaking out to Whitechapel on her own time, I believe. So not like working hours. And she had extorted do not find her here either, but a Lady Ashcroft who is also a vampire. And was a good that Lady Ashcroft, the vampire, is the benefactor who funds the hospital. So, but, oh god, this system. This lady found out about something, at least, about Ashcroft, at least in the ballpark of, I'm not sure if she knew completely that she's a vampire, but something about killing innocents or whatever, or at least she thinks that she kills innocents, even though I'm not sure that she does, but we'll see. So my main quest, I had to do the quest, was to unravel what she was doing, and then confront her, and we tried to save a patient together, but the patient died. And then we had a talk about this, and I was presented with a three-way choice. Either I spare her, but she has to resign from the hospital. So she would then presumably be running the underground clinic, but not with as such funds, just like whatever she can like scrape together or something. And it was for people who are like Romanian migrants, mostly, who don't speak English, so they don't really have the opportunity apparently to go to our hospital for some reason. The other option was I just kill her, and I'm like, no? What? Like, yeah, she blackmailed the vampire lady, but... And then the third option was an unlocked green option called, like, Charm. And then it says, you will forget all about this. Period. And I'm like... All about what exactly is my question? Like, the choice was only, quote, Charm, you will forget all about this. And I'm like... So either I make her resign from the hospital, which is already basically drowning completely. It's already like over the edge basically with the Spanish flu. Like it's like they're just trying to like do whatever little things they can to help. You know, like it's an overrun hospital with Spanish flu, but it still functions, you know. So can I afford to lose one of, I think, 3 nurses, and she's arguably the most professional and best one of the bunch? Or do I go for the mystery option of Charm, you will forget all about this? And I'm like... So I was hoping that it would mean that she would like forget about me being in her underground clinic, and forget about Lady Ashcroft, and then life would just go on, or some, and it would let. So, and then what happened was, it started out with, you will forget all that you think you know about our hospital and of Lady Ashcroft. I was like, okay, good, that's a good start. Let's go, and then just like I forget the exact wording, but like, and then you will leave this and about this underground clinic, and you will no longer run this thing. I'm like, no, 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 and then here we are. it was a choice that was super not explained what I was choosing, and I'm very bitter about that. In a story game this important, that's a pretty serious oversight of like game design. I'm just saying. Like you gotta know what you're choosing, and it wasn't like oh, your choices have unforeseen consequences. No. They need to explain at least on step one what am I doing. Like it was basically like take the mystery box, and I'm like, ugh. Or the misleading mystery box. I'm like, I didn't choose to. It's just I. So yeah, so I'm trying to do what little I can for the other people of Whitechapel because that's gonna suck tomorrow. Like it's gonna drop so hard. Like the entire district might just become like hostile and feral, and that's that. I'm so worried about that, and I'm also very bitter that that happened, because that to me is not exactly well made then. Okie dokie. So yeah, the headache guy. Also, I hit the mic when I was explaining. Sorry, didn't mean to. I tried to avoid that. That's Clayton. That's not the one, yeah? Or Clay. Whatever. Boo 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 boo. He was down here at some... Aha! Oswald!
Good evening.
Evening, Doctor.
So much I mixed. Well, I mean, you know. But now you're up to speed. That was like the basic gist of it. Oh. I could just ask about his feelings for Newton. Hey, I saw you kissing each other, so let's talk about your feelings about him. Sure, let's go for it.
Tell me about your true feelings for Newton.
Swear to me.
I'm not ashamed to say it. He's the best thing that ever happened to me. I can't imagine life without him.
Why should you feel ashamed?
Why should you be ashamed?
I'm not, I said. But Newton sees it differently.
Oh. I have a writing note here. The option right after the swear to me thing is I admire your honesty. But we've established like 30 times over that when I go for the blue option of swear to me, they have to just tell the truth. So he was honest by the means of like just he had to be anyway. That doesn't that's weird.
I admire your honesty. It takes courage to stand up to society. The world needs people like you to create change.
Courage is what we needed in the trenches, looking death in the face every day. I speak plain. I speak my mind.
Have you always been this straightforward?
All I know is, before you saved me by the sewer, my only regret was I wouldn't be able to hold or kiss Newton again. I love him, that's all.
Do you need medical attention?
Don't get me wrong, sir. I'm grateful for what you've done, but I've never felt comfortable with doctors.
That's... He basically said, like, no, and I'm like, here, take this headache medicine.
I'm certain you have your reasons. But let me assure you, I'm not like other doctors you may have consulted with.
I have fangs.
It's true. You risked your life to save me, after all. It would be impolite to refuse your counsel.
And here we are. He's recovering.
Goodbye, Mr. Thatcher. Try to take care of yourself.
Awesome sauce. Can I talk to Newton about the feelings as well, or is it just like Also, why do you like stand on the opposite sides of the pier? Like, are you like rehearsing a play?
Hello again, Mr. Blight.
Good evening, Dr. Reed.
Or the opposite ends?
You doing your rounds as usual?
How do you feel about Oswald Thatcher?
How do you feel about Oswald Thatcher? You are more than friends, aren't you?
I love him.
See, has to be honest.
We knew we wouldn't survive the war without each other.
He's supposed to be all like
What frightens you so much?
If people find out,
ashamed of it.
Oswald says I'm ashamed, but it ain't that.
Oh.
It's more, well, you know, I never thought I'd love a man.
Enjoy? What do you mean? I'm worried about the ... at the end. I'm like... like, what's the follow-up here? I'm like, enjoy your love, but your mother smells of elderberries. I'm like, oh. Should we just, like, take a chance?
Enjoy your love. And enjoy life as long as you can, Mr. Blight. Don't let anyone tell you who you should love or how you should love them.
I like that. That's
Appreciate
good.
your kind words, sir. But it ain't that easy. It's all so new to me.
It's not as easy in the immediate, sure, but it's a good life goal in the future. Like a, you know, a notion to follow. A motto, if you will.
It's locked, all right.
Oh. Just want to see if it was like locked or does not open from this side, which is very different. Oh, can I? Yes. Random opium from a box. Sure, I'll take it. I mean, it makes sense that it's in a medical box, but that's still a good find.
It's really pissed me off this time.
Okay, now I'm good. Now I can go to Ashcroft, yes, and basically finish the day, I hope. Because no one else is sick with the exception of Enid Gillingham, but I cannot reach wherever she is yet. Because the docks are partially not open to me yet. I could not find anyone else. Like, the only reason she's like in the thing, I've never met her. I had a quest that sort of brought her up as like a because I item or something, but I've never met her, and I'm quite sure that I can't go there yet. It's must progress the game in order to open the I think western docks or something. So all recovering or healthy, with the exception of Mason Swanborough, but he will not let me in if I have less than 3 mesmerize. So that's not gonna work. Like, I can't do the thing. He's literally just like, nope. He noped me out.
More determination.
I know I can count.
Yeah, hospital, like here. Hospital full, please go back home. So with this notion in mind, I made a choice that, well, I can't just, like, because I would have wanted the choice of, you can stay here and work here, stop the blackmail, but if you want to keep your clinic going, I'm sure we can work something out here and talk to Swansea about, hey, could we afford to give say couple of scalpels and like some base medical supplies, like not like, you know, to help something a little bit, you know, like not a hospital would it still wouldn't be a hospital, but it would be a little bit of something that she could keep on doing it, you know. Because Swansea seems like a reasonable guy. I'm sure it would work out somehow. Like, we might not have much to give, but a tiny bit of something and she could still keep on doing the thing. You know. Ah, fuck. The lady first. Lady, let's have a chat. Chat. Where was he again? She. Hi? Hi. Was the blood transfusion successful?
I would ask you to avert your eyes, sir. Or did you not know it was rude to stare?
I knew it.
Speak up, Dr. Reed. I like a man who speaks his mind.
He trusted you.
You killed him. He trusted you. And you killed him.
Spare me your sarcasm, Jonathan.
Not
you are
sarcasm.
But newly born in this world.
Again, not that's a lot of things, but not sarcasm. Naivety, maybe, but not sarcasm. Again, if the patient was absolutely gonna die in like a minute and has no family or something, I mean, I could be persuaded to understand in this morally gray time, but like, I eat rats, and it's fine. Rat burger good. Rat burger. Mwah. Yes. That's it. Well, I mean, yeah, I eat vampire hunters too, but that's different because the game says it's different. I'm so confused about that. Like you get like say 1,000 or 2,000 or 3,000 XP if you embrace and kill and drain from blood an NPC like these dialogue people. But if you multiple times bite, drain, and kill a vampire hunter who attacks you, that's 5 XP. 5. 5. Not 500, 5. And somehow that doesn't count as being a kill. And it doesn't give the blood XP, even though they're clearly more healthy than some patient in some ward who has the Spanish flu and is dying of it. I'm so confused about that. Like, it makes, like, story building sense that killing NPCs has consequences, but it doesn't make practical world sense that only the dialogue NPC blood is of any value to you as an evolving thing, and the super healthy, or at least somewhat healthy, active, fit, fighty vampire hunters are like, oh, that's 5 XP, not 3,000. I'm like, why? it's so like, So the accusation was true.
So in the end, the accusation was true, wasn't it?
The situation is somewhat awkward nonetheless. I have not been observed sustaining myself for many decades. I have to say I'm a trifle embarrassed.
Anyway, I have concluded my inquiries concerning your blackmailer.
I see. Please excuse my agitated state. Under normal circumstances, I wouldn't let anyone see me in this condition.
The case is closed, your ladyship. The person who took advantage of you has, shall we say, seen the error of her ways.
So who was it?
My lady, the blackmailer was dealt with using the utmost discretion. The culprit's identity is of no relevance.
Thank you, Jonathan. That is exactly what I needed from you. You have proven your loyalty, so, as a friend, please accept this small token of my appreciation.
Thank you, my lady.
If you have an inclination to learn more about vampires or your current situation...
Somehow I expected something else than 50 money from that dialogue. It's like, you have proven your loyalty. You have truly proven that you are capable of being the person I hoped you would be. And please, as a friend, take this 50 money. I'm like, I was expecting like, I don't know, a brooch or like an item that has some significance, or like some sort of a like the dialogue was written for like a family heirloom or something. It's like here is. You are such a diamond of a person, and you have shown such value. Please, as a true friend that I can completely trust, please take this 50 money. Oh god, I don't know why I find that funny. I just do.
I will be glad to aid you in your quest for knowledge.
Okay, about you. Like, I would doubt that she knows about me anything, like, personally. Like, ha, you're a vampire. Cool. That's like... Oh, I can just exhaust everything, right, sure. Why did you save me? Actually, yeah.
Why did you save me in the canning factory?
I could hardly stand by and watch such a promising young blood as yourself be torn to shreds by some gutter scowl.
Right.
William Bishop wasn't the vampire that created me then.
No, Jonathan.
Was it you?
Whatever their strength and demeanor, Scowls are the progeny of careless vampires.
Was it you,
Cannot be
though?
the other way round.
Was it you, though? I'm just wondering. Like, it would be a pretty fitting twist if it was you, because you seem like a... I mean, in a positive sense, a devious person. Like, she would have the... She would be a... She's a smarty. And she's been around for a long time, I think.
What type of vampire is a Skull?
Not a true vampire. The deformed offspring of lesser vampires. It is a shame these creatures run wild, slaves to their baser instincts.
When you say offspring... Do I want to know more, or do they just... Or do you mean like... Like, we've already explored, like, you know, the gestation period of vampire babies. That was interesting. Like, there's a lore note about that. I'm like, oh, well, that's... Well, now we know. It's fine.
Why does Dr. Swansea allow you to feed on the patients of the hospital?
Dr. Swansea is a good and compassionate man. He is trying to find a solution for our... hunger. Until that happens, he is clever enough to understand that I only feed upon the dying.
Yeah, that fits. Are you completely sure that they have no hope by the time you do it, though?
What do you know about this Brotherhood of St. Paul's Stole?
The Brotherhood is well known amongst London vampire society. As long as our kind is discreet, and as long as they do not interfere, we have come to a mutual understanding.
And no one suspected you of the murders?
As you well know, suspicion has recently fallen on me of killing for pleasure. But you have my word, Jonathan. I take no pleasure in taking a life.
I'm suspicious of everyone's word in this game, but sure, let's go with that, yes.
I know this is beyond the pale, but may I inquire your age?
Really? And I thought you were gentlemen. If you must know, I'm 27. I've been 27 for a long time now, and 27 I shall remain.
I would have guessed, like, I don't know. But then again, I suppose... Like, she doesn't look old as such, but her, like, facial features look like they have, like, shed the sort of, like, childlike roundness enough to be older than 27, but oh well.
Very well. But I believe there is more to this than you are saying.
No
A lady
kidding.
has to have some secrets.
Like your personal best time in Super Mario World, I see.
And who bestowed upon you this eternal youth?
My maker. He left this isle a long time ago.
Did his name start with a D? Just asking for a friend. As in, you know. Okay, am I a vampire? Yep, I think it's a perfectly sensible question to ask. Am I a vampire? How much? 15 hours into like drinking people's blood? Like, am I a vampire? Yes.
A vampire? Is that what I am? What we are.
Such a crude word, defined by penny dreadfuls and drunken hacks. No. You are now an Ekon, and that you shall remain.
Oh, right, Ekon. I've heard that word before in the lore notes.
Are you an Ekon too?
Yes, I am. We are the closest thing to what man refers to as vampires. Forget what you think you know about us.
So we are Ekons. How can I identify us amongst other vampires?
How to put it? All Ekon are vampires. But all vampires are not Ekon.
Wait.
We are but a branch of the immortal tree.
So, okay. I have a note about the writing again, because just a second ago in the other option, she dismissed the word vampire as like not really a definition. Like it's a crude human people word that doesn't fit what any of this is. And she said, quote, "We are the closest thing to a vampire there is." Yes? And then in the opposite next option, she goes instead into every Ekon is a vampire, but not all vampire are Ekon. I'm like, but didn't you just say that we are the closest thing to a vampire? Then you're just like jumbling the same word into a completely different use of like all of a sudden accepting the word vampire as a definition of us, like a classification of us that you didn't a moment ago. Like, it's not a huge thing, but these tiny ticks in the writing keep sort of poking me in the brain. Like that doesn't.
I've been hearing a voice talking in my head. Is this some kind of insanity? It feels like the voice of the vampire that created me.
Hush. Tell
Hush.
no one this. It would be unwise to talk of such things amongst British immortals. Speak no more of your maker.
Are you my maker? That's honestly my first question.
Excuse my forwardness, but are you my maker?
Me? Goodness, no. Only a foolish immortal would create a progeny without taking precaution, and I'm no fool.
That does check out though. There is, but still, I doubt up until the bitter end. Yes.
How could this cause offense?
Only the powerful immortals can mentally call to their progeny. No vampire or hunter will sleep easy, knowing that an unidentified elder is stalking the streets of London.
One more time.
How could this cause offense?
Only the powerful immortals can mentally call to their progeny.
Right. Okay.
No vampire or hunter will sleep easy, knowing that an unidentified elder is stalking the streets of London.
Okay, cool, good.
I don't understand. Why was I created and then left for dead?
That is a question only the one who made you can
I've even
answer.
died
It's
like
not
10
normal
times.
Practice. I doubt even if you find him, he will answer you, considering how cruelly he treated you.
How are they
I'd
made?
like to avoid creating another vampire by mistake anyway. Tell me, how is it done?
The process is dangerous. It could even kill your potential progeny. If you did decide to sire an offspring, they must drink of your blood, Jonathan.
So, follow-up question. If I get constantly super duper injured in my conflicts with the hunters and so on, and then the rats come and drink my blood, do they become vampire rats? I feel that's an honest question, like how big of a dose do they need? And does it work on the scavengers that then come and do the thing with the thing? Or like if an insect if a fly drops onto the pool of blood and then just like takes a sip of that accidentally even, like, what is this? And then does it become a vampire fly? And how does that work? I have questions about this. I asked the important question. Oh god.
So me being a vampire could have been a mistake.
I very much doubt it, Jonathan. Contrary to the legends, it is not as simple to make another vampire by just biting someone.
Yeah. London. What happened to London?
I've been away from London and England for 3 years. This isn't the city I remember.
Things have gone from
It has
bad
Big
to worse
Brother
here,
and
Jonathan.
everything.
I've lived in this city for a long time, and I've never seen it like this.
What do you fear?
What is it you fear?
Fear has long since flown this form, but there is something malevolent circling us. I feel fear is merely waiting in the wings.
Right.
The Spanish flu has hit London that bad.
Not only that though.
Yes,
Yeah.
but it's not just that. I've heard things. Things I've not heard for a very, very long time. There are whispers in the shadows. Something far worse than the Spanish flu is here in the city.
Did you get tipped off by the 30 skulls in like every street corner? Like, I think that's, yes, true. How many vampires are in London?
Are there many vampires here in London?
Immortals are of a rare breed, and we often tend to hide. But you may occasionally meet some of us at night.
Will they all be as affable as you, my lady?
I do not see why not. But remember, even the shark smiles before he bites.
That sounds like a lesson from experience.
Vampire politics are as intricate and sometimes tedious as a game of chess in a gentleman's club. I've learned from experience it is best to decline to play.
It would depend if the outcome affected you in an immediate sense, though, I feel, by the very least.
Do you know any of them? Have you an idea of the identity of the vampire who attacked me?
You mean your maker?
Right.
No, Jonathan, I have no clue. But I fear he or she is as careless as cruel. To let you discover your new condition by yourself.
What do you mean?
Every now and then, you may discover an immortal in the deep of the night. But we are a rare and reclusive breed. Our progeny is almost never accidental.
I'm still confused about the writing. She now keeps on referring to us as vampires again. A moment ago it was econ and she didn't like the word vampire, and now I'm even more confused because the skull were the something like a cursed offspring of lesser vampires, according to her. So are skulls still technically classified as vampires, or are they just like not? Because if you then say that immortals are a rare breed, then what's with the skulls that are everywhere? Like every street corner has like 24 or something, you know? Like it's like they like quadruple the population of the people. Like
When I awoke, changed, I was chased and attacked by vampire hunters. Prepared and well-trained.
Though I can't be certain. More than likely, it was the once glorious Guard of Priwen.
Is it a cult?
You make them sound like some sort of cult.
More a society. And like all the best ones, a secret society.
Not super
I
secret
thought
though.
them almost gone. But it seemed they have been recruiting.
They're also everywhere out in the open, just like, you don't belong here, blah 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 bum 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 bum.
Once glorious, but still dangerous.
They have seen better days, but all fanatics are dangerous. You would be wise to stay clear. They are sworn to destroy our kind.
They give experience points, and they're literally blocking every street I have to fight. Like, there's technically speaking, there's a way to try to do the invisibility skill to go past, but I find it not sensible, in my opinion.
I bid you farewell. For now, my lady. I must quickly analyze the blood I took from Nurse Crane's patient.
Oh. Buttons. Doo-ba-da-ba. Let's analyze blood. Hi. Oh, nope, 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 nope. Oh, okay, cool. Because there's also a different table for doing stuff. Cool, okay. Light stamina, but I already have a better one. I have no memory where I got this. I just killed probably a weird boss that, like, a side thing, and it's just sort of like cool. I literally have a better one. It's fine.
Razvan Vasily was infected by Spanish flu, but also has the highly unstable blood of the Scowls.
Yeah, makes sense.
Is the London vampire epidemic transmitted through the flu? I should talk to Dr. Swansea about it.
Considering what the good lady downstairs said, that would sound odd. But like, if it somehow turned out to be the case, sure, but I find it's well, I'm sure we'll find out. Swansea. Swansea. Can I loot your boxes? If there's anything to... Ah! Rare species of vampires. Oh, this is gonna be good, I hope. Like, because I want to know stuff. As a scholar and I have never seen that thing before. Exegete. Exegete? Exegete. Could someone Google exegete for me of ancestral writings? I would never insist enough about the importance of taking, because I'm always in the business of learning a new word. Importance of taking legends and ancient folklores into account when searching for hints about hidden or lost secrets. A common mistake is to take what we know of an established truth and use it to discard any contradictory material. For example, we must consider the possibility of undiscovered species of vampires and the necessity to rethink what we see as the established truth about the various types of mortals, based on what we know and what we gathered through time. For how many centuries did we consider that vampire was the vernacular term for what we had learned to call econ, until the day 4 explorers of the Brotherhood found proof in Siberia that Vulkuds were a lupine type of vampire. We considered these creatures to be linked to the mythological werewolf. Yep, that makes sense. Now we know it's not true. What about the rest? What about the the lupine? I thought about the wolf monsters, or the beast, the things we've been fighting, the big wolfy boys. Now we know it's not true. What about the rest? What about the Rakshasa from my homeland? What about the Chinese Jiangxi or the Pochen of southern Chile? And without even leaving the beautiful Great Britain, what about the stories about bat-shaped women sometimes seen flying around St. James? Oh, that's his Batgirl, it's fine. Or Batwoman. The daughter of Commissioner Gordon, it's fine. That's fine. She's a friend of the Batman. It's all good. What about the creature only identified as a disaster in some obscures testimonies? Grammatical, which tried to destroy London in 1666 by spreading a plague around all the city. Huh. What about the Nimrod, the mythical figure of the restless vampire hunter, sometimes described by ancestral British econs as a legendary huntsman, who only feeds on his prey's blood and could go unnoticed among the mortals and immortals? I'm so spacing out where I heard Nimrod before. Like probably a couple of games or movies, but that rings a bell though. Might be Witcher, might be something else, I'm not sure. I tell you, my brothers, we never can be too sure of what we could find, if only we could forget for a few minutes what we're supposed to already know. From Unveiling the Night by Usher Trolltree, Primate of St. Paul. Right. Ah. Warning letter, Pembroke Hospital, 25th of October. Dear Dr. Swansea, I must inform you of my deepest reservations concerning the Dr. Thorough Strickland and Harvey Fiddick case. Mr. Fiddick has been hospitalized after a severe work injury. He may permanently lose the use of his arm if not treated adequately. Dr. Strickland claims that a surgical procedure may save the man's arm completely. I say it may also sever its functions for good if complications arise. Our young colleague is an audacious and daring surgeon who might prove a great professional in a few years, but for now he lacks the skills to perform such a risky procedure. Need I remind you of the mistakes he made in the past? Since Dr. Strickland refuses to listen to me, I strongly advise you to forbid him to perform such a hazardous experiment. Very respectfully, Dr. Waverly Ackroyd. I mean, Ackroyd is downstairs. You could just, like, go up and say hi instead, but... But I feel like I already have made some progress in that, like, quest line anyway, but it's still a good hint is a hint. That's good. Because it adds to the quality. Letter of Rakesh Chidana. Letter of Pembroke Hospital, 4th of August. Dear Dr. Swansea, I will be glad to manage the temporary morgue as soon as it's opened. As I have already told you, I was a doctor during the war, and I will be glad to serve my country again. I know it is not the same being a physician for the dead as it is for the living, but I believe it is important to welcome and take good care of our departed too. Rest assured I will do my best to fully perform this new duty to the best of my ability. Concerning the question of my qualifications, I'm sorry I can't give you anything more valuable than my parole. I swear to you that my regiment made me a doctor during the war and that I saved many lives. If my word is not enough, you can contact the military administration to verify my experience and skills. They will confirm that even if I never followed any medical studies, the war taught me what a doctor really needs to... Oh, he's like self-taught through and through. I see. Former doctor, right. Always sincerely, Rakesh Chidana, former doctor. Sorry. My throat dries up apparently easily when I do these things. Swansea!
Evening, Edgar. Could I get your professional opinion?
Please speak.
Do you like my beard?
I have something important to tell you.
This strain
Is it about
of
my
flu,
beard?
It's very different from the one I saw in Europe. It's downright peculiar.
Really? What makes you say that?
It's so obvious! Ah! The symptoms were different.
I never saw symptoms like this when I was in France. Not at all.
I see. Do you have anything more to go on?
This disease spreads and looks like the Spanish flu, but its effects differ greatly. The London strain is different from the continental one.
This is very interesting. Did you find something else?
Sure?
Yes. Unlike the flu, the infected begin to show an increase in outwardly aggressive behavior. More than simple agitation. Once docile people become violent.
You mean like rabies? Is there a chance we could create a vaccine, Jonathan, like Pasteur? By the stove, that would be smashing.
A smashing
There's a
vaccine.
lot we're not seeing here, but it is spreading and quickly. If we don't act, the whole city could be lost.
But Jonathan, we've a fantastic opportunity sitting right here in front of us.
A chair.
A weapon of choice.
What on earth do you mean?
Why, you, my dear boy. With your expertise and your blood, we could isolate the properties that course through your veins. Think about the possibilities.
Wait, what? Wait, what am I... What... Hold on. What am I, like, are we talking about using my blood to cure the people? Which would in turn probably turn them into something? Like, if I could cure all the people, that would be great, but that I feel like it's not that simple. Like, they're gonna be turned into, like, some sort of thralls or other vampires or what, some let's say thought about it.
I admit it did occur to me. Blood seems to be the common factor in all of this.
I totally agree. We're in uncharted territory here. Maybe it's just wishful thinking, but imagine the possibilities.
Can you, like
We'll discuss this more later.
Define more concise?
No, thank you, Jonathan. But as I said, I needed to talk to you.
Yes.
I have some rather bad news.
Yes.
I'm afraid it's your sister.
My sister?
She's to be buried this evening at Whitechapel Cemetery. Your mother published the obituary this morning.
Yes.
I see.
I'm sorry, Jonathan. Please accept my condolences.
Yes, we killed our sister in the beginning. It was not a choice. It just happens. It's a part of the intro. We can't do anything about it. Right. Do we talk about anything else, or are we done?
I need to talk to you, Edgar.
Please do so.
Okay, now we can do all of this stuff. Wait, no! What do you mean Nurse Crane will not come back? Then how is it different from the option of I will spare you but you must resign? How is this different from that? Like yeah, now she no longer remembers that Ashcroft is a vampire, sure, but still. I thought I had an option to keep her employed still, because like, we're so short-staffed, we might as well, like, hire all the passers-by on the street as, like, some sort of, like, nurses. Damn it. Fuck. Like, yeah, they wouldn't be as good as our actual nurses, but we need hands to do stuff with, man. Come on.
So you manage a hospital financed by a vampire?
Yes, Pembroke was founded by Lady Ashbury. She's also our largest donor.
And we donate bodies to her, it's great. How did you meet her, yeah?
If I may inquire, how did you meet her?
Well, Jonathan, she sought me out and offered me the position. It's been a very profitable partnership for both parties.
I see.
A convenient yet expensive way to have a fresh supply of blood on hand, day and night, don't you think?
All vampires drink blood by nature. Me, I praise the lady's exemplary moral fiber.
Do you know anything about the vampire hunters in the East End?
Without a doubt, it's the Guard of Priwen. Zealots to the last man.
Where did they come from?
Where did they come from?
Once they shared the Brotherhood's ideology on non-intervention, but they concluded vampires were a scourge.
I see.
They're definitely well organized and equipped.
They're extremely dangerous and not to be trifled with. To them, you're a feral beast, and I, your accomplice.
I've noticed.
Nurse Crane will not be returning to Pembroke Hospital.
Oh, really? Did something happen? She seems such a very capable woman.
Like, if this is as smart a story as I'm thinking it might be, it might come back at me if I tell him the truth, but I'm honestly interested to see if it does. Also, the other options are a little too, like, both vague and negative, you know, so...
She was blackmailing Lady Ashbury. Thought she was murdering patients as some sick upper-class game.
Nurse Crane was playing a dangerous game. She's lucky Lady Ashbury abhors violence.
Right.
We'll talk later.
But yeah, I'm annoyed that I couldn't keep her employed with the just erased memory, which I feel like that was such a huge part of my decision. Otherwise, I would have done the other way around, and she could just like stay there and do her thing with the thing, you know? Fuck. I thought that I erased her memory so she could still work here. Fuck. That's even more misleading, game. Come on. Like, a game this much about story needs to, like, give me the information about what the hell am I choosing. Oh. What do you mean the eye was in the tomb? Why? Oh, reach the cemetery about the sister, right. Sure, maybe...
I never thought I would have to attend my murdered sister's funeral. Mary.
Murdered by
I
me.
can't forgive myself. I'll find the truth about what happened to us. I swear.
See, I thought I could get a good night's sleep already, but apparently that this is still it's nearby and good to do, so... Because I have a lot of XP to do some leveling up with, but I don't want to, like, if there's still stuff to do, then of course I want to do it first, because I can't, because resting to use the XP will forward the world as well, and if I have anything left unattended in the world, that world will go to shite, so that would be bad. Oh, trash can! Trash can! Trash can! Nom 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 nom. Aluminium powder and shard, cool. I'll take everything. I'm still unsure of, like, what do I need and how many when I do stuff and stuff, so... Everything is welcome. So I did clear this place up the last time around, so it should not be super...
My dear sister. I don't know if I have the strength.
I know. Right, straight here though, and then to the... Still straight, I see. It's tricky. Here, yeah. Why are old cemeteries such labyrinths? Like in Finland, it's just a grid. You know, it's like a chessboard. You can probably find it.
Reveal myself to my mother now. I must find a discreet spot to attend the ceremony.
I am the resurrection and the life. He that believeth in me, though he were dead, yet shall he live. And whosoever liveth and believeth in me shall never die. We commend unto thy hands of mercy, most merciful Father, the soul of our sister departed, and we commit her body to the ground. Earth to earth, ashes to ashes, dust to dust.
kill my Mary and stick her here in this cold, god-awful place.
These are the legal requirements for the epidemic, madam.
Avery, I feel so tired. Please take me home.
Yes, madam.
I'm wondering why I couldn't show my face. Like, they wouldn't know that I killed her, and my face apparently doesn't tell them somehow that I'm a vampire. Like my face looks like, you know, all pale and veins and eyes, but, you know, why would it matter if my mom knew I was alive? Like, eventually she'll find out, right?
Oh, Mary.
Well, I mean, I would tell her anyway at some point, yes?
What have I done?
Also, your coat was clipping to your
I could only
thighs.
change one thing. One thing. This is a nightmare.
Jonathan, there is nothing you can do but accept it.
Yes, I know that
What
she's
brings
Lady
you
Ashbury.
I thought you could use the company. I am so sorry for your loss, Jonathan.
She was a good person. Vibrant, full of life. She was kindness incarnate, my Mary.
You're a good person, Jonathan. And a young Ekon. A newborn cast into the night without so much as a candle to guide your way.
She had been scouring the most
I have a
dangerous
controller,
parts of
though.
London in search of me. And it led to her death.
Jonathan, don't.
I still hear her last thoughts. They echo in my head. Her mind shattered, and it haunts me.
Jonathan, stop. Listen carefully. You must come to terms with this. You must learn to live with what happened.
How?
How can I? I've destroyed my family. My poor mother. I can't even console her.
Why?
Don't you see? You're doing the work of our enemies, feeding your remorse. We are weakest when we grieve, and the guilt blurs our senses.
And so this is why you're here. To warn me. You've felt this pain yourself. You too have endured this.
I don't want to lose you, Jonathan. I've lost so many friends. Loved ones I cherished. Pray for Mary's forgiveness, if you must.
See, here's the thing. If you pray for forgiveness of a dead person, that doesn't necessarily mean you're religious. That's an odd answer. I'm not a big fan of, okay, I'll do exactly as you say, because it just feels weird to say. You may be right sounds the best, but...
You may be right.
Of course. I've stared upon this world for centuries, and time has taught me to deal with guilt, if not erase it.
What
Right.
should I do then?
St. Mary's Church is not far from here. Go there and make your peace. Find the solace you need.
My lady wants me to confess.
No, Jonathan. It's you who wants to confess, I think.
Oh, goody. Oh, all the way there. Oh, right, yeah, cool, right. I think we're gonna confess in the after a bathroom break, because I need to confess to my toilet that it's that I need to relieve myself. So, quick bathroom break, BRB, and indeed, if you're watching this on YouTube, please, I hope you've enjoyed this, and if you have, please do drop a like or a comment, or even subscribe or share if you want to. It would really, truly, actually help. And thank you so much for watching. And join me here live on Twitch to see me vampire stuff. It's hopefully fun. Yes, good. But have a good one.